My friends, let me begin with something simple yet profound. The way you start your morning will shape the way you end your day, and the way you end your day will shape the course of your life. Now, that might sound like a big statement, but think about it. Your morning is not just a few hours, it's the launching pad. It's the starting line of the race you run every single day. And here's the truth. The beginning always influences the ending. If you start your day with chaos, with confusion, with hurry and worry, don't be surprised if the rest of the day follows in that same pattern. But if you start with clarity, with discipline, with intention, then the hours ahead bend in your favor. The power of a morning, every morning, you and I are given a gift. It's called another chance, another sunrise, another day to write a line in the story of our lives. And what we do with those early hours sets the tone for what follows. See, the morning has a special magic. It's quiet. It's untouched by the noise of the world. It's yours before the phone starts ringing, before the messages pile up, before the demands of the day take over. The morning is sacred territory, and if you own it, you own the day. But too many people lose their morning. They start with scrolling. They start with news filled with fear. They start with distraction, and that becomes the seed that grows into stress, anxiety, and disappointment later in the day. You can't plant weeds in the morning and expect roses in the evening. Success is a morning habit. Let me share something with you. Success is not just built in the boardroom or on the big stage. It's built in the morning. It's built in those quiet hours when no one is watching. Winners don't wait for the day to decide who they will be. They decide first thing in the morning. If you want discipline, it starts in the morning. If you want energy, it starts in the morning. If you want peace of mind, it starts in the morning. If you want wealth, growth, progress, it starts in the morning. That's why I say your morning decides everything. Don't just wake up. Rise up. There's a difference between waking up and rising up. Waking up is just opening your eyes. Rising up is opening your life. You know what most people do? They hit the snooze button once, twice, sometimes 5 times, and they wonder why they're behind schedule, behind in life, behind in success. If you snooze your morning, you snooze your future. When you rise up with energy, with commitment, you send a message to yourself. I'm in charge today. I decide how this day will go. So the first victory of the day is not winning a deal or closing a sale. The first victory is beating the alarm clock. The first victory is choosing to rise when you could have slept. That's the kind of small win that builds momentum for bigger wins. What to do with your morning now? Let's talk about what to actually do in the morning to set your life on the right track. Because inspiration is good, but instruction is better. Here are 4 pillars of a powerful morning silence and reflection before the world rushes in. Give yourself a moment of peace. Pray, meditate, breathe deeply, or simply sit with your thoughts. This calms the noise before the storm. Gratitude, take time to remember what's already good in your life. Gratitude shifts your perspective. You stop focusing on what you lack and start focusing on what you already have. Learning, feed your mind. Read a few pages of a good book. Listen to something uplifting. Don't just fill your stomach with breakfast. Fill your mind with wisdom. Movement, your body, is the engine that carries you through the day. A few stretches, a walk, some exercise. It wakes up your energy and fuels your confidence. With these 4 habits, you're not just starting your morning, you're designing your destiny. The compound effect of mornings, let me explain something powerful. One morning doesn't change your life, but 1,000 mornings do. Discipline is never about the single act. It's about the repeated act. You can't judge the power of a morning routine by one day. It's about the compound effect. Imagine this: every morning for the next 10 years, you spend 15 minutes learning. That's over 900 hours of knowledge. That's the equivalent of dozens of books. hundreds of lectures, thousands of ideas stored inside your mind. That's a library inside of you. Or imagine every morning you move your body. 10 years later, you're stronger, healthier, more vibrant than 95% of the population. Or imagine every morning you practice gratitude. After a decade, your mindset is unshakable. People will wonder why you're so calm, so happy, so centered. And the secret will be the mornings they didn't see. Morning is the first investment. Think of your morning as an investment account. Whatever you put in pays dividends all day. If you invest distraction, you get stress. If you invest negativity, you get discouragement. If you invest purpose, you get progress. If you invest discipline, you get results. You see, your future is shaped not by the big events, but by the daily deposits. And the first deposit of the day is your morning. Excuses vs. excellence. Now, some people say, I'm just not a morning person. But let's be honest. That's not identity, that's habit. No one was born with a love for 6 a.m. We train ourselves. We condition ourselves. And here's the truth, if your goals are big enough, you'll find the energy to rise early. Excellence doesn't care if you're tired. Opportunity doesn't wait until 10 a.m. The world doesn't pause for your excuses. You have to decide whether you'll live by your preferences or by your priorities. Your preferences say, stay in bed. Your priorities say, get up, work, grow, build, and the one you choose decides your future. The morning shapes the night. Let's talk about something most people forget. The morning doesn't just decide your day, it also decides your night. How many people go to bed frustrated, worried, angry, disappointed? That's not because of the night. It's because of how they started the day. They never set the tone. They never took charge. But if you start your day with clarity and intention, you end your day with peace and satisfaction. You put your head on the pillow knowing you lived with direction, not reaction. That's the reward of a powerful morning. Small changes, big shifts. You don't need to transform everything overnight. You don't have to wake up at 4 a.m. tomorrow and run a marathon. Start small. Wake up 15 minutes earlier. Use that time for reflection or gratitude. After a week, add 15 more minutes. Build it step by step. Remember this, the key is not intensity, it's consistency. You don't need a perfect morning routine. You need a repeated morning routine. The morning creates leaders. Do you know what separates leaders from followers? It's not always intelligence. It's not always talent. Often, it's the discipline of their mornings. Leaders don't let the day push them around. They push the day. They step into the morning like a commander steps into the battlefield. They decide the direction before the battle begins. That's why leaders inspire others, because people can feel the energy of someone who starts their day with power. The invitation. So let me leave you with this invitation tomorrow morning. When the sun rises, rise with it. Take control. Don't let the day happen to you. Happen to the day. Guard your first hour as if your life depends on it, because it does. Decide that your morning will not be filled with chaos, but with clarity. Not with excuses, but with action. Not with distraction, but with direction. If you can win the morning, you can win the day. And if you can win enough days, you can win your life. My friends, your morning decides everything. Decide well. Rise strong. Live intentionally.